Today, we're undertaking a deep dive into the NTI E-2D-IND. It's an industrial small enterprise environment monitoring system.
That's a mouthful.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But for any small enterprise, the challenge is pretty simple.
Mhm.
How do you protect your critical gear from, basic physical threats?
We're talking about things like sudden heat spikes, humidity creeping in, or the absolute classic disaster, a water leak somewhere it shouldn't be.
Exactly. So this device, it's designed to be that physical security layer. It watches temperature, humidity, water,
Mhm.
all the stuff that can cause a huge outage.
Mm.
It's about $515, so the big question is, does it actually deliver that peace of mind?
And that price, it really reflects the design. This isn't some consumer gadget. It's engineered for environments that might get pretty hot or just need really robust, reliable monitoring.
Right.
And I think the key thing to know right up front, the context for all of this, is that it runs Linux inside. That's the foundation for its stability.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What does this system actually, what does it see?
Well, it has two external sensor ports. They're just standard RJ45 connections, so pretty easy to use.
And what can you plug into those?
That's where it gets interesting. The versatility is huge. You can do the obvious, like temperature and humidity, but they also support sensors for liquid detection, smoke, even glass break or vibration.
Wow. Okay. So you can really tailor the security profile.
You really can. And for any of these, you can set two alert levels, a sort of non-critical warning and then a full-blown critical alert.
And beyond those, I see it has 5 digital inputs. The term I've heard is dry contact closures. For someone who isn't an industrial tech, what does that actually mean?
It's a great question. Just think of them as simple electrical switches.
Like a light switch.
Almost, yeah. Like a magnetic door sensor or maybe a float switch in a drip pan. They don't carry their own voltage. That's the potential free part. So they're super safe to hook up to all sorts of legacy alarms.
Got it. So once a sensor crosses a threshold you've set, how does this thing get your attention?
The alerting system is incredibly redundant.
Which it has to be, right?
It absolutely has to be. Because what if the network is down? You need another way to get that message. So it'll send emails to up to 17 different addresses.
17.
Yeah. It triggers web page alerts, flashes a big red LED on the unit itself. If you plug in a USB modem, it can send SMS messages.
And it can actually call you.
It can literally call your phone, yeah, with an external voice dialer.
I noticed it supports XOAUTH2 for email. Now, why would a system that's just monitoring temperature be so concerned with high-end email security?
Because if your alerting system can be compromised, the entire setup is useless. You need to trust the message. XOUH2 is just a more secure way to log into things like Gmail.
Makes sense.
Plus, for the real IT pros, it sends out SNMP traps. Those are just specialized network alerts that can plug right into any central management software they're already using.
And it's not just about alerts. We get some control here, too.
That's the power layer, yes. It has one output relay.
So you can turn things on and off.
Exactly. You can trigger it manually or have it activate automatically on an alarm. So if the temperature gets too high, maybe that relay kicks on an external fan.
Or shut something down.
Or sends an SNMP command to power down a non-essential server. Yep.
It also integrates with cameras.
It does. It supports IP network video cameras, so you don't just get an alert saying high temp. You can have it send you an instant snapshot.
So you can actually see if there's smoke or if someone just unplugged the wrong thing.
Precisely. And on top of that, it can actively monitor or, ping up to 64 other devices on your network to make sure they're still alive.
Now, for something like this, resilience is everything.
It is. The whole point is uptime. That's why the unit has dual DC power inputs. If the first one fails, it just automatically switches to the second.
And if both fail?
There's an optional sealed lithium battery. It gives you 2 full hours of backup operation.
The spec sheet mentions an operating range of -4 to 167 degrees Fahrenheit. Why would a small server closet need that kind of extreme range?
Because that server closet, for a small business, might actually be a dusty corner of a warehouse.
Or a garage, or an attic.
Exactly. Places where the temperature really does swing wildly, you need the monitoring system itself to be the last thing that fails.
And that industrial toughness shows up in the reliability numbers. The mean time between failures, the MTBF, is almost 230,000 hours.
Just to put that in perspective, that's over 26 years of continuous expected operation.
Wow.
It's designed to be installed and then just forgotten about.
Yeah.
For a small business owner, that's where the real return on investment is.
So if we bring this all together,
Right.
what does it all mean? The NTI E-2D-IND It's not just some alarm clock for your servers.
No, not at all.
It's a really comprehensive, redundantly powered sort of digital security guard.
That's a perfect way to put it. Which brings up a final important question for you, the listener, to think about. If a system's main job is just reading a thermometer, why is it so essential to secure its communications with things like SSH-v2 and AES 256-bit encryption? The answer, well, it often lies in the data itself. Protecting the integrity of that data stream is just as critical as collecting it in the first place.